Hi everyone, bear with me, I'm just getting set up. I'm just going to turn the volume down on my daughter's monitor, which I forgot to do. So I started this picture last night. I've used Prismacolor pencils so far, and I want to go in to all the flowers with Inktense. And I'm possibly thinking of using Neocolor 2s in the background, but in all honesty I don't know what this paper is like for Neocolor 2s, because I have used watercolour before and it's not the greatest. Yeah, it's not the greatest with watercolour. It really does suck up the colour, it doesn't blend out so good, unfortunately. So I think I'm going to go for purples, I think. So we'll start off with the light one, which is use your deep rose actually. Colouring with Shelley. Hello, how are you? I've not seen you in a little while, how are you doing? Right, I think I might go with Thistle actually, if I can find it. And they are in somewhat of an order. Put my swatches, I'll just put you here for now. Pencil sharpener. So I was just saying, I did start this off last night. I've done all of the skin and got that out of the way. I'm going to work on possibly most of the flowers as well as the background, but I don't know what this paper is going to be like with Neocolor 2s, because I've used watercolour in it before and it sucks the water up really bad and makes it hard to blend whatsoever. So we'll just see. Right, let me get my tester paper out just so I can make sure. I definitely want this colour. I want them to be purple, the flowers anyway. Let me just test it and see. Well, yeah, I am on early, Kirsta. I do try and aim, to be honest, to get on for 7 o'clock, but it all depends. It all depends on Isabel. She's still awake, but she's in bed. Right, I like that one, so we're going to go with that colour. I'm just going to base, I think, at first, and we'll see how it looks then. So I'll get my brush out ready. I want a water brush, I don't want a watercolour brush. I think I'm going to use the Pentel. She's alright. The cold hasn't come out too bad yet, thankfully. We're keeping her dosed up on Calpol and keep suctioning her nose. But yeah, apart from that, she's alright. I know, Susan, I know. I've tried watercolour in it before, so I do know that. So I want to test what the Inktense is going to be like. I'll be honest, I just want to test it. Oh, thank you, Kirsta. I nearly got a Mickey on that one, but I've decided against it because when I get back off the holidays, it'll probably annoy me, so I didn't bother. So let me just switch over. Is the sound okay? I've not got any gremlins today. Hopefully not, apart from Isabel. Right, let me just do a little bit of a tester then and see. I do know it doesn't take water very well, but let's just see. Let's just see. I'll just go in with a really light hand. I was quite impressed, to be honest. I managed to do the skin in an hour and a half. I'm very well. I'm looking forward to my break now. I'm on day 4. I'm literally counting down the days. I'm gonna miss Isabel and obviously my husband like mad, but I can't wait to get away now. And I'm just hoping to God that I don't catch this cold that she's got, but we'll see. Right, it's acting the same as the watercolour, but I can deal with that. It is bleeding through, but there's nothing on the back of this page, so it's fine. I can deal with that. So So let's just go with it and let's just see. Good luck, Kirsta. Right. I don't want to take ages and ages doing little sections. Honestly, I wasn't going to come on tonight because I've got quite a few things that I need to get done before Friday. I need to clean my washing machine, I need to clean my dryer, I need to clean the oven. I mean, it's literally all coming at once. I need to bleach my hair, I need to dye it. I'm using the Logitech C920 Shella. Yep, so I'm not going to be able to get most of the jobs done tomorrow because she's not in nursery, she's got a physio appointment in the morning. So it's going to be go tomorrow night when she's in bed. I still need to get some videos filmed as well, just so I can upload while I'm not here. Right, let's carry on. See, it's not too bad, it's acting better than the basic watercolour, so I can handle this. I'll show you the other page what I was talking about because it's, luckily I only did it on a small-ish area, so I got away with it. I did go over it with a pencil, but I did use watercolour. Let me just quickly find it and I'll try and show you what I mean, just in case you get this book. There it is. So I used it in all the blue areas. I mean, and I've covered it quite well, to be fair. I've covered it with pencil. Not all of it, but the shading I've done in pencil, but it was quite blotchy. So yeah, we'll just see. We'll just see. You got a thumbs down on your recent video. I'm not going to say the word because it attracts them, but you're always going to get them sort of people on your videos, whether you like it or not. It's just one of them things, unfortunately. I go away on Saturday morning. I fly at 22:11, so it's going to be an early start, and it is buckling a tad, but I've started now. It's not going back. I'm not going to go in with layer upon layer and layer anywhere. You know me, I don't do that. So I think we'll get away with it. I think that's part of the leaf. I think. Sort of second guessing myself. Is that part of the leaf, or is that, should that be green? No, it's purple. Last couple of nights I've just not wanted to colour, but I've not been able to choose what I wanted to colour. You know, just not in the mood for anything in particular. That's why I was colouring Pokemon the other night. So yeah, I just grabbed this book and picked the first one, which technically was the last one because I opened it upside down and I thought, sod it, I'm going to do that one. I have got a lot to choose from, to be fair, but I have to be in the mood. I have to be in the mood. I mean, like the Clara Markova, it's a lot of fairies and stuff, isn't it? I really have to be in the mood to colour her stuff. What else have I really got to be in the mood for? Kirby's, any of Kirby's books, because they're usually big pages, aren't they? But considering I got 4 done in, what was it, 2.5 weeks, I don't think that's too bad. Oh, with white silver hair. That'd look good, yeah. That'll look good. Is he muscly though? You know what, I've still not finished that. I was talking to my dad about it earlier on and he said I had to watch it twice, it was so confusing. Yeah, so the paper is completely sucking the water up, you know, so there's no time to blend. Well, that's fine, I'll just use it as a base, and I'll not dip into the water again. I'll just use what's on the brush to blend this out. I just wanted to use my Inktense, I haven't used them in a little while. Oh, it's only the headshot. I don't know which picture you're talking about then, Kirsta. I don't know which one it is. I've got hers in the Colouring Heaven magazine, and that's, I don't know if it's years old that now. It can't be, it must have been last year, the start of last year anyway. But I have no printer now, it's completely died on me. So unless I go to my dad's or my father-in-law's, or wait until I get back, until I buy a new one. Which, to be fair, I don't think it's done too bad, it was only a little cheaper one. But I just need to find one there that's going to take watercolour paper like that one did. I'll have a look. Is that on the Etsy store? I haven't got any of her PDFs. I didn't really reach for the furry beauty. They were lovely pictures, don't get me wrong. I just didn't tend to reach for it all that often. So why have you not started it? Have you not had a chance today? And this bit here. Is that gone alright? We have to sort to school out when we get back. I need to go and visit a couple. I won't obviously say over streams which one we're going to visit, but I think you'll know which ones I'm talking about. Yes, we need to sort that out when we get back. Some children have been told, haven't they, what high school they've got into. I think it was at the weekend, I believe. That seems like a million years ago, that now, since Lewis got to, well, Lewis started high school. I think we're definitely going to get fined as well. We're going to get some sort of smack on the wrist for him being off school. They've already said no, he's not allowed time off. I'm just curious as well to see what nail colour is going to be like on this, but I'm guessing it's not going to be very good. I don't really want to use Inktense for the background if I can help it. I don't know. Oh, that's brilliant. I'm happy for you. I saw Hazel today. I got to nursery about 45 minutes early because I wasn't coming back home. And she kept, that little piece of glass that the kids can see through, she kept poking through there and looking at me and just staring at me. And there was even shouting at her going, "Hazel, can you move please?" And she kept coming back over. I think she must have told Isabel's carer about the plaits because she knew about it. She said, "Oh Hazel, where's your plaits today like Isabel's?" Right, let's move over to this corner. I had to smoke, unfortunately, as well, fork out for an e-cigarette today. I took it into the shop and it was cheaper to buy a whole new one, opposed to buying all the stuff that I've broken on it because I keep dropping it. I've smashed the glass on it, the seal's gone on it. I needed new atomizers, so the guy said to me just better off buying a new one. Range change for less, welcome. How are you doing today? She won't let you do it this morning. I was hoping that you might be able to use that every time. Obviously not. I won't be doing that every day. It takes too much time on my own. She can have a piggy tail, that's easier. So did everyone like my finished pages video? I think 23 is the magic number. 2 months in a row now I've managed 23. I'm definitely not going to be able to beat that this month. Maybe next month. That can be a goal, like I'll just keep trying to beat my own record. Right, let's do this bit and then we'll start wetting it then, I think. I'm going back pink, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I miss it. Even though it's hard to maintain, I miss it. Oh, did you go back onto Debbie's stream last night? She did come back on. And I think she was just explaining that it had gone off for whatever reason. But she went off not long after that, I think, anyway. Cindy, hello. Welcome. We're working in Serene today. I don't think I've done this on a live stream. Yeah, she wasn't on for very long. Right, let's start this. I'm using this Pentel one because it's already quite old, this one. It started fraying, so I'm not too fussed if I destroy it because I'm going to be quite harsh, messy, just to try and hurry up and get the water down before it quickly dries on there, so I'm not going to use one of my brand new ones. I don't think that's too bad. It is, you can, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but there is a bit of a bobble in the paper. It's strange why it does this. I remember actually watching one of Dee Dee's live streams and she did the same trick, and then she worked in it again afterwards and she forgot about the issue with the water. But she'd already started at that point. Oops. That better? It's because I'm watching it through YouTube, because that's the only way I can see my chat. But if I watch it in live, like I'm watching it now, it's in real time for me. When I switch over to YouTube, it's got a lag of about 6 or 7 seconds. I don't know why the chat just won't pop up on the other one. Weird. What do we think of that colour? It is definitely purple. Looking a bit different on camera. I don't want it to be pink, I wanted it purple this time. Cindy, yes it is. It's Serene. So this is only the second page that I've done out of this one. They're quite intricate, some of the images in this book. mean, there's no way I'd be able to sit there and do it all in one night, definitely not. Can you hear Isabel chatting away? How long have you had it for, Cindy, when you've not even touched it? I think I coloured in it the night I got it, I was too excited. And the one that I did colour I based off a character out of Final Fantasy, Lightning. It was probably one of the easier ones that I chose, to be fair, the first one that I did. Yeah, that's a good idea. You could, you know, scan them in and put them on different paper and practice like that. It's a really good idea. A lot of people do that, don't they? In printers nowadays, they come with a scanner already, don't they? Well, most of them do. It's definitely nearly ready for the bin, this one. Can you see how much it's frayed? I think that's when I've used nail colour 2s and I've just been dabbing it on. I think that's what's happening there. Or it could be just because it's old, I don't know. Yeah, it should be at the top bit, you know, you lift it up. But if you're scanning out of a book, just make sure that you've broken the spine quite well. Otherwise you'll get a line down the page. You'll be alright scanning in this book because it breaks really easily actually. And it is quite flat. Whereas, let's say, what other one's pretty bad? One of the hardback ones. I don't know, the Clara Markova ones, you might struggle with them ones if you've not been able to break the spine properly. I'll come back, shall I? Right. We're still doing the same thing, colouring the flowers. I think I've managed to on mine, the two that I've got, I'm pretty sure I have. I mean, but I've bent them over and then pushed my thumbs into the spine as well. And they're quite flat now, to be fair. Oh, well, Cindy, you need to get a page scanned, then practice, and then get a page coloured in that book. That's a long time. That's where I ordered mine from. Was it Etsy? Yeah, it was Etsy. It was from the Cool Craft book store. She's the one that I more or less always order from. I think it's Korea, I think. Yeah, just be more rough with it, don't be scared of breaking it. I mean, don't to the point where you think you're going to rip it in half. Alright, Kirsty. I know what it's like though, that when you get a new book and the spine does need breaking, you think, oh my god, I'm going to rip it in half. But it needs doing on some books. I haven't used inktense in quite a while now actually, and I feel terrible, you know, because they weren't cheap, so I'm thinking I need to get through my art supplies and start using them a little bit more. If you've not got a scanner, if you did have a printer, and I know that, I don't know which the apps they're called, and I don't know what phones they're for, but I do know that there are apps out there that you can use as scanners. You know, to have the image on your phone to then take it or email it to somebody to then print it. Like I said, mine's completely broke. I had to use my father-in-law's over the weekend. but the paper that I took round to his house was quite thick, so it must have took him, bless him, it must have took about 35-40 minutes to mess around with it to get the paper to fit. Oh, it's annoying when that happens, isn't it, Shelley? Yeah. I try and I switch mine on at least once a day now, once in the morning, and then if there's any updates, you know, it can just be done when I don't need it. What's your video? I'm pretty sure I have got the bell rung, so it should pop up, you know, when you've uploaded it. But yeah, I know what you mean, it is a bit annoying that. Why does that one look a lot darker than them? That's annoying. Paint by numbers canvas. You know what, that's one thing I've never done. The paint by numbers. I've worked on canvas before. I thought about buying my mum something like that for Christmas, and she bought herself was it paint by numbers or colour by numbers, or it was something along the lines. Anyway, it was dolphins, and obviously this was back in December and she's not even touched it. So yeah, I don't know what they're like. Where did you get it from? I know that they do it in Hobbycraft and the range, and I've seen that. I know Amazon's got a trillion of them. Oh, the Northern Lights. My father-in-law would like something like that. He just got back from there. Iceland, not Northern Lights, Iceland. He didn't want to use them. Which set did you get, Cindy? I'm still waiting on another one that I placed. It must have been about a week and a half ago. More pink shades. That was the only thing that I think I was missing out of that sort of collection. The shiny watercolours. But that ocean set, I was hoping that it was going to be all shiny blues, but unfortunately it's not. So I think I'll just stick to my Paul Rubens. That's one place that I never ever order from. I used to do years and years ago, but not now. I don't know why. I think it's because Amazon's just, you know, it's next day delivery and I'm so impatient. Well, let's do that single flower as well. It's weird having nails on again because I've not had long nails for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Tammy, hello. It's lovely to see you after speaking to you yesterday. Are you feeling better today? I'll have to have a look at them, shall I? I was I've been looking though at diamond paintings, and I'm thinking, am I someone that's got the patience to do that? When I can't sit here, I couldn't do this whole page in coloured pencil because I've not got the patience. So have I really got the patience to do 15,000 diamonds on one picture? Probably not, but they look so gorgeous when they're done, you know, framed on people's walls. That's the only reason I do one, to then frame it. I'm very well, Tammy. I'm happy that Isabel's cold hasn't gone any worse. I mean, it's no better, but it's no worse. And you work on them at the same time? See, that's another thing as well, you know, like I put tags in my books, like for my finished ones and my whips or whatever. If I've got more than, let's say, two whips on the go, it stresses me out. I can't see the tags with a cross on. They have to have a cross on. I like to start something and then finish it more or less within a couple of days. That flower's there, is that different? No, it's being the same because I don't want it a different colour. So I imagine that the diamond paintings take a long time. And can you imagine me doing the diamond paintings and I drop them on the floor with two dogs, two small dogs? They'd be pooping diamond pieces for weeks. I don't think it's a good idea. So yeah, I think I might have to stick to what I'm doing. Rolo, the black one that I've got, she had war embossing paid her the glitter all over her tail last week, so that was fun chasing her in the house, trying to get it off her with a baby wipe. Yeah, well, are they all like purples and blues then? That sounds like the palette that I should have bought, not the ocean one. I'm still a bit sour about that, can you hear? No, I'm just going to have to stick with the Paul Rubens. Unless she comes out with a really, really nice blue palette and it's better than that one. I'm still undecided. Have any of you been on holiday and took a colouring book with you? And colouring pencils? If you have, what have you took? Yeah, I know she gives a free tin. I think it's if you buy 3 or more. But the last couple of people that I've spoken to, let's say they ordered 3 or 5, she was giving one away for free, you know, in the tin. I don't know. Maybe she just does that if she's got extra stock, I don't know. I do prefer picking my own colours as well. It's more like a pick and mix, isn't it? That's what I've done this time. I might be able to tell you what colours that I've got actually, because it should be more or less at the top of... Oh, it's on Etsy, isn't it? I will be able to tell you. Purchases. They are a nice selection of colours actually. I know I changed one of them. I did go for bronze green. Let me just change the screen and then I can show you. I did go for bronze green, but I changed that one for... I can't remember now. Honestly, I can't remember. That one, which is lime green. I don't think I've got anything that's similar to that. I went for a light pink, which is candy floss, which that looks gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to that. And then the last one that I got is more of a fuchsia one. What is it? Fantasia? Fantastica? Can't really read her writing, it's posh writing. So yeah, that should be here probably actually Thursday or Friday, I think. But I did change that first colour. I know she does a big full set, doesn't she? But you have to have a lot of money for that. It's quite expensive. Yeah, I totally understand that, Tammy. I do understand that. So I don't blame you. How are you getting on with your colouring at the minute? As I know I heard you was talking yesterday about not doing videos and stuff. But are you still doing any sort of art? Really, I should have googled these flowers. And I'm gonna have to go in with a lighter hand because I can see here that some of these strokes are showing. I like blues though. I like really nice, like sea blues, but like greeny blues, like turquoise colours. Like if you went to like the Bahamas or something, that colour sea. You've been in a bit of a slump. Again, I know that feeling as well. There's not really much you can do to get out of it. You just have to sort of, it comes and goes, doesn't it? Selling out and like it now. I'll do for a full set. Exactly. New watercolour pencils. The only ones that I've tried I mean, do you class these as watercolour pencils? Because they're ink, aren't they? I've tried the Core No watercolour pencils and they're okay. But I'm no expert in watercolour pencils, so I don't actually know the difference between them and the really expensive ones. Like the Albert Durer at the Faber-Castell, I think they are. Which ones are you wanting to try, Shella? Yeah, I think she does need limbs. I think some of these are to do with that one, and I'm going to do that big one yellow, I think. We might change our mind, and there's one here that I've missed that's hiding. Yeah, which brand was you thinking of trying? Because there's all sorts of different ones, isn't there? I like them watercolour pencils, don't get me wrong, but it's you're colouring and then you're going over with water, where it's probably just easier to go in with a watercolour paint, not as is. I did want to try them, just to see what the fuss was about. Right, so that one, the whole of this one is purple. I can't imagine that she gets many of them sold, to be fair though, can you? It'd take you a long time to save up for them anyway. Have you tried normal watercolour, Shelley? You have, haven't you? Like I said, the Core I Know ones are not too bad. I think it was about £20, £25, I think. And that was probably 3 or 4 months ago on Amazon. And that was for this full 72 set. I don't know prices now. But if you're just wanting to try a cheap set, they're alright. See, I'm looking at some of these at the top and they do look like roses. I might be thinking of something else there. I'm not, am I? I'm not. Let me click on your name if it'll let me. If I am, then I do apologise. But if you've not tried normal watercolour, I would suggest trying that first before trying the pencils. You might find them a little bit easier. You know, with the watercolour pencils, you have to obviously place the colour down as if you were colouring, and then you've got the extra step of going over the top with the water and blending the colours in together, etc, etc. Whereas if you just go in with the watercolour from the pan, you know, you're sort of skipping a step really. Welcome back, Kirsta. What, you having for your tea? That's the best thing though, Tammy. You know, just trying different things at your own pace. No rush, is there? See, if I was colouring this by myself, I'd have the paper practically turned upside down now. You can't beat a jacket potato though sometimes, can you? What do you have it with? I usually have it with tuna. Tuna mayo usually. You eat quite late, don't you? Cheese and beans, that's Lewis's favourite. Yeah, you eat quite late. Or is that normal time? Do I eat early? Because I eat at about 6 o'clock. Well, between 6 and 1/2. Like if we're going out for something to eat, it's usually about 8 o'clock. Or 8:30. Well, I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Hello, Patty. Oh, thank you. That's really nice of you to say. Right, I'm going to put this... Oh no, I nearly missed it there. I was going to say I was going to put this back now, but I nearly missed it. It was hiding under fruit by the looks of it. And this little bit here. Don't you just hate it when that happens? Because you put all your things away and then you look at the picture again and realise how much you've missed. And you have to get everything back out and remember what colours you've used. So this last little bit here, then we can go and work on the water here. Right, no, that is part of the fruit. So let me put this pencil back. Let's start off with the water. Hiya, Sammy. I was in and out your stream earlier on. I couldn't commit to sit there for, was it 2 hours? 2.5 hours. It's right on feed time for the 2 dogs, 2 kids. So I apologise. But I was in and out. Your picture's turning out really nice. Your shoe. Oh, your Converse. Still a shoe, isn't it? Another one cooking. I've just been saying, do I eat early? Because I eat at like 6 o'clock, 6:30. I'm feeling like that's early now. Yeah, Chip, he's dead cute, isn't he? Thanks, Sammy. Right, let's crack on. I wasn't 100% whether I was going to be able to stream or not tonight because I've got loads to do. I've decided I'm doing my hair back pink, so I need to bleach it and then let it dry. I very rarely use the hairdryer on my hair. With it being bleached, you know, stop damage. So then I have to let it dry to then re-put the dye on and then wash it out. So it's like a 3-4 hour ordeal sort of thing. So I'll get it done tomorrow. That's what we've had for tea. We had a fillet steak each, brandy and peppercorn sauce, and then I had Dorf and white potatoes and he doesn't like them, so we had chunky chips and I don't like them. And it was super nice, and the meat actually was from Sainsbury's and we've never tried fillet from there before, and it was really nice. Right, so let's move you up. Cheryl, I didn't catch you then. I'm very good, thank you. How are you? I've not seen you in a little bit. Patty, I'm using Inktense. I've just literally just put that colour down. I was using, let me just check. I was using Thistle from Inktense. This paper, I'll be honest, it isn't the best. It's already started buckling a bit, but you know, I'm working with it. I've already started now. I'll probably have to go in with pencil, I think, for the hair, you know, to get the smaller strokes that I want. What are you working on, Cheryl? You think you need those? Well, yeah, it's the Inktense that I'm using. There you go. I've not used them in a little while, so I felt guilty. I'm trying to go through all of my different supplies, you know, so I'm not leaving anything to one side for too long. No, because lately all I'm using is watercolours, Prima watercolours. So I'm changing it up a bit. And I actually used polychromos to do skin as well the other night. I think it turned out okay. I did share the picture on Instagram. And it turned out okay. I mean, it could be a million times better, but... Pickle, hello. How are you? Oh, lovely. Hello, Sue. Thank you. I'm glad to have them back. I'm glad to have them back. I went this morning and got them done. Your phone died, Kirsten. Yeah, well, ideally I would have got them done on Thursday, you know, so they were completely fresh, but I didn't want to chance my luck because you never know, do you? Something might pop up. I might not have been able to get someone to help with Isabel. So I thought, you know what, while she's in nursery this morning, I'm just going to get it done. And that reminds me, Lewis needs to go and get his hair cut tomorrow. He keeps wanting like long swooped hair to the side. And he says, I'll style it, Mum, I promise I'll style it. And then 2 weeks later it's like a mop of a fringe and he's just not putting gel or hairspray or anything. So I said, right. Did you go to that hairdresser's on Wednesday? This was over the weekend. Did you go to that hairdresser's and you're asking for short back and sides whether you like it or not? Because for 3 months now I've been telling you to style your hair. If any of you have got teenage boys, you'll know where I'm coming from. He's at the annoying stage. The annoying stage. What is the largest set you can get? 72, I believe. 72 of the inktense. Yeah, Kirsty, just down the road. Just down the road. I was meant to be nipping into town tomorrow, but I'm not chancing my luck of Isabel getting any more poorly. So once we've had that appointment in the morning, once she's had physio, we're back home, and I'm not leaving the house probably until Saturday morning. I don't want to get in any iller. I'm going to feel terrible on Dana. It's sod's law, isn't it? So I've been all up in a business today, constantly Calpol and a suction thing up her nose to try and get her better. I bet she's hated me today. But one thing I want to bring up as well, and it's actually annoyed me, what's happened today. Most of you are aware that Isabel is disabled. She's got cerebral palsy, so she can't sit up, and she's got a special chair at home that she has to use to be able to play, watch TV, eat, basically anything. She's got this chair in the front room. And for the past 2 months I've been saying to the OT, the social services OT that comes out to the house, it's too small. It's too small, she needs a new one. Anyway, she started getting bruises on her hips for the past 2 weeks, and it's progressively it got worse. And now she's got scrapes on her left hip. And nursery, when I've dropped her off this morning, has actually said to me, can you explain why your daughter has got bruises on her hips and a graze? So you can only imagine the horror on my face trying to explain. It was because the OT is not sorting out the chair for her. So tomorrow's appointment is going to be very, very interesting, to say the least. I've told my husband that he has to say all the talking, because if I end up opening my mouth, I'm going to probably say something that I regret. Because I mean, the bruises aren't like oh, you've knocked your hand. I mean, this big. Where's the camera? This big on her hips, and she's got a graze about this big going across because the chair's too small, basically. And they've come out and measured her and said, yeah, she needs the next size up. So I just wanted to have a rant because I've got nobody else to rant to. So we'll just see what happens tomorrow. So yeah, the poor little mite has got bruises on her hips, and I'm just hoping that the nursery doesn't think that it's me. You know, I didn't know where to put my face this morning. It was sort of like, I can't believe you're saying this, I can't believe you're asking me, but they have to, don't they? They have to. So yeah, we'll see. Rant over. Rant over. Right, we're nearly there with this purple. Right, I do really think I'm going to have to go over with pencil though to darken some of the areas up. I think. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get away with putting it on the hair. I really like how his skin's turned out. I know it's leaking washed out, but it is nice in person. Debbie, hello. Is your phone charged up tonight? Every time I speak to you. My battery's about to go, I need to put it on charge. That's what you usually say. I want a nice yellow for the bigger flower at the top. I've never tried them, so I don't know what they're like. I've never tried them. Right, I think I'm going to go for sun yellow because I do want it to be quite bright. Yeah, let's go for sun yellow. I don't need that right now. It is Serene, Deborah. It is Serene. Thank you, Tammy, but if things don't change, it'll be them that need to be in your prayers, not me. Sorted?
No.
Have they not got it?
We've ordered, we've had to order all of it. There's apparently there tomorrow, the patches Thursday, so I said I'll go and get it Thursday night. It took me a number to text me saying it's Thursday, so just come in and just say it's very open then.
Right, so that's a definite that they'll have them in stock?
So it'll be there for Thursday night. We'll have to go back to that Tesco on Thursday night.
Is it tomorrow though she needs the patch changing?
Yeah, so she can wait a day.
Right, okay.
The patches will be there tomorrow, I gone and got them, it's not actually down tomorrow.
Okay.
We didn't have any of the cheap nose sprays. I've got you two expensive ones.
Alright, thank you. Just put them with the rest of my holiday stuff over there, please.
I've got you back at gold over.
Alright, thanks. Right, I'm going to go in with that sun yellow here at the top. My husband's tried getting Isabel's medication. It wasn't in stock in the local pharmacy, so he's had to go to a supermarket pharmacy and it's not in stock there until Thursday. And she needs the patch replacing tomorrow, so that's annoying. Yeah, she's asleep. It didn't take her long tonight, to be fair.
She likes having that always on.
Hi Donna, hello. I think this is probably the second or third time I've seen you here. Have you been lurking? Is that what you've been doing? Donna's on. Say hello.
Hi Donna.
Why are you waving? She can't see you. Did you catch all that, Donna, what I was explaining about the bruises? She's second.
What does second mean?
Second time she's been on stream. For everybody that doesn't know, Donna is my mother-in-law. She said hello, Dan. You stood here waving. You just have to check it, it's just a mixture of colours. I don't know what I'm going to do about the background now though, because I've made it quite contrasting there with the purple and the yellow. So I don't know, I might be able to go in with the yellow here, but definitely not with the inktense because it'll be quite streaky in a big area. Have you not finished your food yet, Kirsta? Oh, thank you. It was just annoying that this morning. But they have to ask, don't they? Did you do it in the microwave or did you do it in the oven? What, Daniel? You can't see the conversation, so yeah, it might be a bit confusing.
What in the microwave?
A jacket potato.
Somebody jacket potato in the microwave.
You can do.
It's like crap.
It doesn't taste as good, no, but still. It's nice though if you do it in the oven. Pop it in the oven for an hour. I know it's a long time, but it is really nice that way with loads of butter. So yeah, going back to the book that I should take with me. What do we think? I don't know whether to take that Love Letters or a Hannah Calzan one with me or a Jasmine one. You know, the first Jasmine one, because there's quite a big variety of different things in that one.
It could just be normal, it's Disney and try Disney, not colour.
Damn it, I'm not going to colour it Disney. I know what they're playing. Will you stop it? She put, yeah, this is Kirsta. She put, yeah, Danny, frozen microwave ones. Try cooking with five kids. Boy, oh. That's you told. Oh, don't start, you two. Inktense is really good, Debbie. It's not fantastic in this paper, I'll be honest. It is quite streaky. But this paper isn't very good for any sort of water at all. I did know that it wasn't very good for watercolour, but I've not tried Inktense in it before. But it is, you know, it's a bit streaky. But I'll be able to cover it up with pencil. But Inktense is really, really nice if you've not tried it. You can get smaller sets of Inktense. Yeah, that's what I'm using now. You can get, I think it's a 12, 24, is it 36, 72? Something like that. But if you wait until all the deals come up, I managed to get these for £38 for the full set. So I just bided my time and waited for the best deal. I think they were advertised at the time for about 42, and then I went to go and pay for them and then it just popped up at 38. I wasn't complaining. Because they don't look anything, when you look at them in the pencil case or the tin, they don't look anything special, but it's when you add the water that they're really nice. They are different from watercolour pencils, the ink, so once you've wet them and they've dried, there's no way of moving that pigment around, whereas your watercolour pencils, once it's dried, you could reactivate it with water, you know, and carry on moving it around, but with these you're not going to be able to do that. But I'll show you if I can. I don't know if I'll be able to change the brightness, but once you've added the water you can see the difference. I'm gonna make these ones yellow actually. Oh yes, Patty, so do I. So do I. Full set syndrome is a killer, isn't it? You need everything. Everything has to be in the full set. It's annoying me that I'm still missing one Clara book. But I don't colour in them all that often to justify buying another one just yet. Not yet anyway. Although, to be fair, I have been good with my nail colours. I bought most of them open stock as singles and I'm happy with that now. That collection that I've got. I don't feel a need that I need to go and get any more. But the ones that I'm missing are probably most of the greys that I won't use anyway. Oh, that's brilliant, Donna. We've just been talking actually about scanning pictures, you know, to practice on, so you're not using them in your expensive books. But yeah, did they like it? That's a good price then for 26, you know, Kirsta. Where did you see that on? I don't think there's been a date given actually for Black Widows. I've got a funny feeling they were going to release that as like a full set, and then what about the people that have got the other sets? Do you think that he's going to do it? You know, as the new pencils? I'm hoping so anyway. I'm hoping so. They're the pencils that I'm going to take away with me. I think. The Black Widows. Right, let's get some water on this. Note there's a little bit here as well. I'm doing these yellow because I want it to be matching. I don't want green. I changed my mind. Welcome back, Shelley. Have you started uploading yet? Has it finished doing the updates? Right, let me pop this one back. I can't have the spare, like, individual pencils on my desk because it puts the fear of life out of me, like I'm going to drop one or it goes behind my desk and I'll never find it again. Oh, updates are a killer. So there's 42. I hope that's in one set then. No, it doesn't release it in 2. I hope so anyway. Oh, thank you, Pickle. Let's wet it now. Let's try a different brush and let's see if it makes any difference to the, you know, to the streakiness that I was just having. Let me switch over and I'm going to zoom you in. And then you can see what I see. Right, camera controls. Zoom. Boot's practically going to fall off the desk here, but that'll be alright. I just want you to see what it's going to be like. I know I still can't get that bloody song out of my head. What has it been? It's been nearly a week. Right, I'm going to be quiet for a second just to try and get this done quick because I'm wondering whether it was the brush or the colour that I chose or the lack of water. Oh, dogs need water. And he's just put his headphones in. Well, you're going to have to wait a minute. That doesn't seem to be as streaky. But Debbie, can you see that it's a lot brighter once you've wet it? I remember going into a local art store. This is before I bought these. And I had a look at them in store. Like you could open the tin, but they had like cellophane and stuff all over them. And I remember opening them and thinking, what's all the fuss about with them? They look really dull and horrible. Well, anyway, it wasn't until I got them home and tested them myself and swatched them all out that I realised how beautiful they actually were. Hey, Kenny. We haven't had any hiccups tonight, thankfully, touch wood. The sound's been okay, we've not had any issues. That was annoying last week. But once I've done my hair tomorrow, I'll share a picture on Instagram if it turns out. I hope it does anyway. I wanted it pink for pictures. It seems to be working better with this brush, you know. Oh, why didn't I use this brush to start off with, or I could kit myself. We're getting there slowly but surely. Yep, so I think normal watercolour brushes are better with Inktense. After seeing this, with this paper definitely. I don't know if I'll get away with popping a little bit of shading in with the Inktense when using this brush and seeing what happens. This paper is quite thick, so I think it will take it. Oh love, just wait a minute love. I'm going to have to go and get the dog a drink of water in a minute. She's murdering. She's literally pouring at the bowl. Right. So let me see what other darker purples that I've got. Let's just see. And we'll have a look together. So I used thistle. So we've got dark purple, which will be, that's deep violet, mauve, dusky purple, dark purple. That'll be fine. So I'm not going to be, obviously I'm not going to be able to stream now for probably, it's going to be 2 weeks. I'm going to try and possibly get some uploads done at the end of this week towards next week, but this will be my only stream for 2 weeks. Oh, thank you, Deborah. I had them done today. I thought I spilled bloody paint on my table then. I haven't. Right, so let's just see. Let's just do a little bit. I'm just doing tiny little flicking motions, and I'm going to go in with a smaller water brush. So it's the same sort of brush, it's just a lot smaller. Cherry blossoms, yeah. Well, that's what I thought of going with the cream, but with me, I'm going back pink with me. I thought it'd look nice together. So I don't know what these are going to be like. I don't necessarily want this to blend out all together, because I want there to be a little bit of texture. You can see how I've just sort of flipped it. Do I need to zoom back in, guys? Colour with Clothes videos just popped up. Have you seen the new tattoo that she's had done on her hand, the Joanna Basford one? I saw it on Facebook this afternoon, and then it's just popped up now that she's done a video. I bet that hurt. It was a big one. Right, let's just see. It might be too much, this, I don't know. Right, let's go in and wet that now. I'm going to hold the brush the way that I want to flick that way. Let's just see. Well, I like to try and remember as well in my streams, if I know who's got a channel here, but some of you might not, so if you've got a channel, just put a couple of love hearts or stars or whatever you want, just to let everybody else know that you've got a channel, you know, so you can share each other's. I'm going back pink, Deborah. I was pink for months and months, so I'm going back pink. So I need to bleach my roots. They need doing first, and then I go in with a really, really pastel pink colour. Sometimes it turns out a lot brighter than others. I'm hoping it turns out like a really baby pink. Mia, hello. How are you doing? Oh, you should have said then. I've not even thought about that, to be honest. I think a black would be nice. And I've not done black hair before. I think that would be nice. Or like a silver, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. And I've just realised that I've missed some there. See what I mean? I do it every time. Right. Look, which colour was I using now? Was it thistle? It was thistle, weren't it? Put it right at the side here. Well, I hope it was, because I've already started it now. Now I'm thinking it's not. Whoops. Let's just go in and re-wet that. No, I think it's nice supporting each other's channels. You've got a doctor's appointment soon. It's nothing too serious, I hope. Hopefully not. Oh no, I was lucky, that was the right shade. I just picked that one because that's the one that's most dulled down. So let's go in again now. I don't know if this is going to be the best idea, it might take me longer, but we'll see. Right, we need the thinner brush. Oh, it's not looking too bad. If I can get away with using more pencil, I'm happy. I just get bored of using the same thing over and over again. You know, for too long anyway. Did you get the wings finished off on the furry, Deborah? Because it was just the, was it the watercolour that you had to finish? I can't quite remember now. That was strange as well, that it just cut out on you. It's annoying that, isn't it? Right, what do we think that looks like now? Yeah, I'd probably have to look at some, you know, some colour combinations first before I start. But I'm not going to get anywhere near doing the hair, I don't think. I'll be happy if I get most of the flowers done, to be honest. Right, so we'll move on to this one. I am trying to be a little bit more careful with using Inktense because, I mean, once that colour's down, it's not moving. Thank you, Kirsta. Whereas with the watercolour, you can sort of re-wet it, you know, and keep dampening it to get rid of the colour. You get away with any mistakes then. It's like a subbing train going on. Sub, 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 sub. I'm happy. Thank you. Not long to go now. Not long to go. I actually got an email this morning saying that my magic band will be there once I arrive. Like, ooh, excited! I'll be properly excited when I'm on an aeroplane and I'm up in the air and I'm halfway there and I've got a glass of wine in my hand. Then I'll be really excited. I know the last time I checked, I think it's the same. I think it's on 9:30, I believe. Obviously I'll still be doing the giveaway whether I'm here or not. I'll just have to sort it out when I get back, because I've got everything that I want to do anyway already. But I shared it on a group on Facebook, so I think that helped quite a lot, to be honest. I don't really do that all that often. The red and black hair. Is Periwinkle the navy blue? Is that right? I don't really know the names of all the Prismas, so I'm sort of guessing really. Yeah, it was laid on that one. So you could share yours on there. The only thing is, you've just got to be comfortable with people knowing, you know, obviously like your real name and stuff. I'm pretty sure I've got it on my settings, like you couldn't click on my profile and know where I'm from or anything like that. But people know my real name then. Yeah, that was a good guess, wasn't it? Good guess. Did you make that colour combination up, or did you get it off somebody else? I don't know, I could give a blonder, you know, to go with the yellow flowers. I don't know. That dried that night. Oh, and the other thing with Inktense as well, it does dry quite quick. Like you saw how long ago I did that, and that is bone dry that night. So that's another reason why I do like these, because you can work quite quick with them. Right, remove this water. Let me just move you up a little bit. Let me change the way I'm looking. I'm going to have to go and sort the dog's drink out in a minute. There's still mine in there. You should be able. I'm going to work on this bit now. I'm so glad that I managed to sort that zoom out. That was annoying the life out of me. Sometimes I think, gosh, it was easier just filming on my phone. But you can't do half the things that you can do with the laptop, but it is easier to film on a phone, believe me. Yeah, that question was due. It was colour with clothes. Was it, which picture was it now? Was it the one in Jasmine where the woman's got like a short bob and she's got like a Persian cat or something? Was it that one? I know she's done one out of here as well, it's closer to the front, but I don't think she had black hair. Again, I could be wrong. Ah, good remembering. Good remembering. I know, it was terrible that the other day. It popped up though, Mia. It said, you didn't shut down the broadcaster properly, so shall we continue the presentation? So yes, so it saved the settings. Well, technically it didn't save them, because when the next time I turn it off, it'll probably turn it off properly. But, you know, here's to hoping. But yeah, do you want to carry on with your presentation? I'm thinking, oh no, I'm not that posh. I did watch a lot of clothes videos. Right at the start of me doing colouring, I watched a lot of clothes videos, and not just the once. I probably watched it 2 or 3 times, so that's why I probably remember. Right. Oh, there's too much water on there. Let's hold it this way. I don't like how this side is blending out. I'm definitely gonna have to go back. I mean, I could dab the end of the brush, the end of the pencil, you know, to get pigment on it, but I've not finished the rest of the shading yet. So, and it can weaken the pencil as well, and also the next time you use it, it could break. Exactly, that's what I was like. I was binge watching her videos. I was saying before, has anyone seen the tattoo that she's had done? The Joanna Basford inspired, I think it's a butterfly, I believe. Or a half a butterfly, or it's something like that on a hand. It's a big one anyway. That one's gone a bit better. Yeah, have a look on, she's just added a video not long ago. I've obviously not watched it yet, but it just popped up, and then she shared it on her Facebook group, so the picture will be up on there. It's like a butterfly. Well, it is a butterfly, it's not like one, it is. We're talking about colour with clothes. Yeah, that'd be nice as a tattoo. Where would you have that though? That'd have to be a big area, wouldn't it? You know, to be able to see all the detail. Right, so let's move on. Oh, it's your body though. I know that they've got to look at it, but still, if it's something that you want. Has he got any tattoos? Exactly, that's why I was, we've just been saying it, both of us binge watching her when we first started colouring. We watched a lot of videos, that's why I do more or less remember, you know, if we're talking about colouring pages, I remember who's done it. I'm just going to finish this leaf off here. I'm just going to go and get the dog some more water. I won't be a minute. I'd shake Danny, but he's got his headset in, listening to something on TV. That's one thing that I've never ever done. I've never followed on with somebody else's colour along. I will have colouring on in the background, like on the iPad sat in front of me, but I've never actually gone and used the same book and used the same branded pencils and colours and done it step by step. Yeah, I've just never done that. No particular reason why I've not. I've just not. But I can imagine it being very popular. I don't blame you. Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be nice. Have 4 of them together. You'll have to have one of them with a little mane. For Casper. That'd be cute. Still only little, but have them with a little mane. Because if I do it that way, the colours might mix together and it might make it look a little bit muddy. From my experience of using these, it would have been a lot quicker me doing that, but whenever I've tried that in the past, if I put both of the colours down as I'm going to mix it, they'll just mix in together. I won't get like, you know, like this sort of line here. I know that you've got a couple of copies of that. I remember watching your collection video or your finished pages or something like that. I remember you saying. And with the inktense as well, you have to work super duper quick. So it'll make me nervous if I've got both of the colours together. I'll be, you know, panicking that I'm getting it done. Whereas if I do them separately, I can sort of take my time a little bit more and not be as nervous. I'm definitely no expert when it comes to these pencils. I've not used them enough. This is the way that I've found that they work for me anyway. Right, I'm going to go and get Dumb and Dumber a drink of water. They're not really my dog's names. What do I drink? I need some water. Stop murdering now, please. Evie? Eva? There you go. Sorry about that. Yeah, I call them all the time when I come to feeding them. I'm only joking though. Might as well have fun with them. And now she's backward sneezing. Good job, Rolo. I think it must be a chihuahua in that. To be honest, I don't think, you know, I don't think everybody does giveaways. From not what I've seen anywhere. I could be wrong. And now she's choking. Yeah, I don't think everyone's done. It's Rolo.
was you banging.
No, it's her coughing. Yeah, I don't know if everybody does them or not, I don't know. I mean, if it's a big milestone, then maybe. And thank you, Potter. I just hope for the best when I'm picking my colours, to be honest. It'll take time, Kirsta. I mean, I've been at this now for... It's coming up to 7 months. We're closer to 7 months now than we are 6 months, and I've been doing... Excuse me. I've been doing videos at least twice a week, and then doing... I think I've counted, I've got over almost like 40 live streams on my channel. You know, and it's took a lot. It's not took ages, but I've put a lot of work into it anyway. Yeah, well that's why I did it. It was just sort of a, you know, thanks for the nice comments and coming on and chatting to me sort of thing. I mean, it's weird, isn't it? Patty, thank you. Yeah, it's weird that they do that. It's like literally coughing and sneezing at the same time, but like they breathe backwards. Right, I'm going to have to move you over very slightly just so you can see this very corner. You will do, slowly but surely. I mean, you just got to be consistent, haven't you? And sometimes, like I like to say that I like to stream every Tuesday, but sometimes, you know, life gets in the way. Or I like to upload a video at least once a week, at least twice a week, whatever. Just try and stick to that a little bit, you know, so people know when to look out for you. Right, let's wet this now. Yeah, definitely don't be disheartened by it. Not at all. It takes time, it takes work. Tutorials are definitely not my strong suit, I'll be honest. Whenever I'm showing how to do it, it's how I do it. But I do enjoy doing live streams. I do wish I could do more. Hopefully in the next couple of months I'll be able to. Right. And we've got the bouquet on our head now to do. Nice and close together, aren't they?
Talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the dog, Dana.
I was talking to YouTube.
I was looking at you. You're just going to say yeah now, aren't you?
Oh, it's terrible. I could have done better.
Come on then. Welcome everybody to Daniel to the stream. Come on, sit your bum down. He's walked out of the room. Bye, Mia. I'll end up speaking to you on Instagram anyway. Good luck at the doctors. Well, I took that skin tone off you, Deborah. You know, I wouldn't have learnt that if it wasn't for you. Right, am I all in frame there now? I've sort of, I've even remembered it now. I don't even need to look back at the colour chart. And in this one, I did slightly change it up, to be fair. I think I used Nectar as the darkest shade, or it might have been the one darker to Nectar. I can't remember what that one's called. Me too. Me too. I'll type random things into YouTube, obviously colouring wise, and I'll subscribe to somebody that's got 10 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, whatever, you know. Exactly, we're sharing. I didn't know how much I love watercolour until I'd literally bought a palette and started messing around with it. You don't know unless you know, you try. And that collage as well, that one picture that I did was so fun. I need to do that again. I really do. I don't know why I haven't done. Probably because it's so messy. There was just stuff everywhere. Katrina, hello. How are you? I think Kirsty must have, the jacket must be ready. She's gone quiet. Oh no, there you are. Are you multitasking, Kirsty? I tell you though, I've got some horrible backache tonight. I'm not going to be able to sit at this desk for ages. I've not sat at the couch for a little while and coloured. You know, sometimes I miss it. The way that the chat is on the screen. Sometimes I just miss it, unfortunately. Unless I've got my eyes on the screen constantly. So we've had no results from the Botox yet anyway, but it's only been, it's been a week, hasn't it? It's been a week today. They said it could take anything on from 1 to 2 weeks. But I'm sure that she's got stronger, because that's what it feels like. Stronger in a bad way. Definitely not a good way. When are you streaming next, Deborah? Just so I'm aware. If it's next week, then I probably won't be able to catch you. Yeah, 1 to 2 weeks. 1 to 2 weeks to show if it has worked. But it's not a guarantee that it would have worked at all. So that's why we're doing a lot of physio. She's got physio twice a week, and then I'm doing physio every day with her, and then we're doing stretches every night with her. And that's a job in itself, to be fair. Right, let's whack that as well. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh well, she's fast asleep at the moment. She wears like this suit to bed, so she can barely even move around, but it keeps her warm. It's quite funny actually. I don't think I'll be able to stretch it over and show you. It is funny. You've finished 2 pictures already, Cheryl. I thought I worked quick. What have you used on it? You should have done one of my 2-hour Kirby's. I made a tag up. Hashtag 2-hour Kirby. To complete a Kirby picture in 2 hours. It was only me and Kirsty, I think, that's done one so far. So thanks, Kirsty. Well, I finally caught up on Coronation Street as well last night. So it feels good to know what's going on. Yeah, I know you did. I know you did on your last video. I know. It might have been too much. Maybe I should have said 3 or 4. But you did it. You did it. Right. I'm just trying to go here where there's already shading, where he's already put it down. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon as well the past couple of days, so I've not even got anything really remotely finished, to be honest. That's a good idea, but do you not find with the grayscale pictures, you're using the pan pastel over it, it covers up. Victoria, hello, I just caught you then. The pan pastel covers up some of the grayscale. That's what I found. That's why I'm a bit, you know, cautious using the pan pastels in them sort of pictures. But I'm glad you've got it to work. You'll have to tell me your secret. I'm still using hairspray as well. I'm too cheap to buy the fixative. Because it works just fine, so why not? Right, we're still in frame, aren't we? I'm going to zoom you in just a teeny weeny little bit. Tamara, thank you. So I hope that that's a little bit better for you. I'm going to do some shading as well on the yellow flowers. These fruits that are here, I know they're out of focus now, but they look like blueberries to me. Stop popping up with my notifications. So again, anybody that's, you know, we might have new people joining now, so if you've got a channel, put 3 hearts on the screen now, so you're sharing your channel with everybody else. Oh my god, if I did that with the pan pastels, I'd give myself a heart attack. Oh, soft pastels, right, yeah. Yeah, so you're using your finger. What did I used to use? Oh, cotton swabs. You know the circular cotton swabs? I used to put that on the end of my finger and then use that, because I don't like the feeling of any sort of pastel on my skin. Oh no, it's like the sound of you know, like a chalkboard. Oh, it goes through me. I can't stand the feeling of it. So I used to just put cotton over my finger and then use it like that. I don't think I've got any soft pastels anymore. I didn't use them after getting the pan pastels. Right. Sharing is caring. I used to say that to Lewis all the time when he was little. Sharing is caring, Lewis. He turned out alright, so it must have worked. Right. And he has got a parents' evening, it has been confirmed while I'm away. So poor Danny's got to go by himself. He doesn't know the way around the school or anything. So good luck. Yeah, it is. It's horrible. Horrible, that sound. Well, I'm glad that, you know, I'm putting the word out for everybody else's channel. It's nice. Right, I think we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these purple ones to go, then we'll move on to the yellow. The last year when I went, it's like a walkway as you go into the school. They had all the year 7s there, you know, like showing everyone around. So it'd be fine. I'm not being funny. If I didn't get lost, it'll be fine. Oh, my back now. I was using them heat pads at one point. I need to get some of that. I don't actually. What's it called? Biofreeze. It's stuff in a white. It's like a cream, and you put it on where you've got pain, and it works quite well. And he's just been to Tesco as well. I don't like using hot water bottles. They make me too hot. I know they're already hot, but still, they make me too hot. I like having sprays and creams instead. Yeah, so did I. I watched the video. It was actually Kirsty that told me about that. Wasn't it, Kirsty? Oh. Tammy, sometimes you don't get a notification if someone's subscribed to you, somebody new, because they might have their settings, like, you know, so you can't see it's them that's subscribed to you. Some people have that as their settings. I don't know if that's default, I don't know if you can change that, I have no idea. But sometimes I don't get notifications. I usually check mine once in the morning when I wake up, and 9 times out of 10 I don't get a notification or an email. It's just the numbers there. Tomorrow, whereabouts did you link it on your Facebook wall and got told off? There's certain groups that you can share it to, and you know they're fine about it. The colouring connection, you can share on there, and you know they never say anything. I'm using the Inktense, Katrina. I'm using the Inktense pencils. Yeah, I think a lot of people have watched that video now, by the looks of it. It's a good thing that you did it, in my opinion. I'm not going to say anything else, but it's a good thing that you did that video. There's too many Debbies as well. It gets confusing, doesn't it, Debbie? Right, I'm going to go in with a yellow now. I don't know if I want it to be a dark yellow or more of an orange yellow. I don't know. What do we think? I'm quite liking keeping it quite bright. Well, I didn't use pan pastels for this skin, believe it or not. I didn't. I used if you're talking about me there, Kirsty, I used Prismacolor for the skin. Victoria, you're more than welcome here, don't worry. Yeah, I used it took me an hour and a half to do that last night. I was proud of that as well. Yeah, it's all Prismacolor. Right, let me look for a darker yellow. I'm gonna use, no, what's that one? That might be more on the orange side. Candium yellow. Yeah, I haven't used my pan pastels. That's another thing that I'm going to get round to getting back out again. I go through phases where I'm still in my watercolour phase at the minute, then I go back to pencils and it's the pan pastels. But you know what though, I've got that stuff there. I don't need to go out and buy it. I've got it all there, it's all sat behind me outside of me when I feel like using it. Oh, I think that's going to be it's too similar. Let me just whack that and just see how similar it is wet, because I'm not seeing that. I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm changing my mind and I'm gonna go in. Sorry, I'm gonna go all out. Candy orange. Let's just put a tad of that in. I think it'll still be bright. but it just won't be really, really yellow. It'll be orangey at the bottom as well. Thank you, Katrina. I'm really proud of her skin. I don't really work for that long with pencil, so I am really proud of that. There is a really, really bad wax bloom on it though, unfortunately. I think you've got a Debbie did one, didn't you? Debbie? You did a picture with white hair. Did you start off with greys? What are distress inks and crayons? And what does the distress... I don't know what the distress means, I'll be honest with you tomorrow. I don't know what the distress means. Distress inks I have got here. Let me just show you. So these are the distress inks. Let me get 2 separate colours out. Let me see what you can see. Yeah, you can run it there. So I've got 4 mini ones. I'll just do a little test doing this bit again. This is something else that I've not mastered. Just frightened me, to be honest, because I can't get a nice flush edge. So yeah, it comes with, well, it doesn't come with it, you can buy these separately, the applicators, and it's just a little sponge. So you just stick the sponge on, pop the sponge into the ink, and just let me just double check that I'm in frame, because I don't want to, yeah I am, right. So I'll just plonk it straight down, and you can see there's barely any paper in there, but if you do it and pull it across, and the way that I've seen people using these for colouring boots, it is quite a light shade. This should have picked a black. Like they'll go, like say this is the edge of the paper. They'll start off here in circular motions and bring it in. You know, on the edge of the page. Again, as you can see, I have not mastered it. I do need to practice. But you can get some really lovely shades in these, and they do work with water, so you can add water to them and it'll act a little bit like a watercolour. I know you didn't really ask for that demonstration, but I thought it might be helpful. Right, let's go in with this orange again. I've seen some really nice pastel colours of them distress inks, but I just need to master them a little bit better than what I do now before I can justify buying any more. Oil pastels, the only way that I have managed to work out how to use them is to blend it with a Zest It blender. That's the only way, and I mean it didn't really turn out great, if I'm honest. So yeah, I'm sure that there's tutorials out there, you know, purely just for oil pastels. That looks a bit better. I found with the oil pastels, when you went to blend with your finger, it looked very bitty on the page. You know, like there's obviously bits that looked like there were a lot of bits on the page, and you couldn't remove them bits, they were stuck to the page. I've only ever used them a handful of times, to be fair. Could someone do me a favour and just check how long I've been streaming for, please, if you don't mind? And it turned out lovely, that. Kirsty, it turned out really nice. I told you I did it once ages ago with clouds. So I cut clouds out and then used them with the soft pastels. And I was finding bits of cloud pieces of paper behind my desk. 45 minutes. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be out for set. My back is killing me. I want to get all this done first. Yeah, I'd see if you like the way that they blend first before buying them maybe. But they are quite cheap, aren't they? Oh, I can't remember if these ones that I've got stink or not because I haven't used them in a long time. Does anybody else know the answer to that? Ooh, which one did I do now? That one. I want to bring a little bit on there as well. I know some art supplies can go bad. It's like makeup, isn't it? Like eyeshadow and stuff, that can go bad. Yeah, Victoria's completely right, and she uses it. Oh gosh, what's that boot called? The Ink House. She uses it in the Ink House, and she does some amazing work with the Distress ink. Doesn't she put some on like a porous surface and picks it up with brushes and stuff like that? If I'm remembering rightly. I'm sure that was her. Yeah, I think I chose the right colour with that orange. Ah, see, glad I was right. I know what I'm like for going overboard, so I'm just trying to pull it back a bit and not go over the top with the orange. The too much gene, it kicks in. Right, let's wet that now. So did anybody see that tattoo of clothes after mentioning it before? One of you must have seen what I was talking about. I feel daft because no one's seen it. It was early this afternoon, I think. What are your subscribers up to now? Kirsty? Debbie? Yes, clothes tattoo. That's what I was talking about. No one seemed to have seen it. So Victoria, you've seen it, brilliant. Oh, I feel better now. I feel better now. One person's seen it, that's fine. You should be able to check if you've got the YouTube Studio app. You just flick it up dead quick and then pop back on here and let me know. A stamp. I feel like I'm stalking her. Ah, thank you. I think they were meant to be lilies, these as well. Oh, hey ho, my colours. Did you enjoy my speed finish of the Kirby picture? Because I was thinking to myself, is it worth the hassle of doing this? Are people really going to watch it and enjoy it? You know, after me doing some of it on stream? Because I did speed it up quite a bit and I put rock music on. There's not really a good selection of music. I need to download some more that I can use. Oh god. Well, me too. Me too. I was listening to my music. Could you not see like me tapping my hand at one point in the video? It might have been sped up too quick and I was sat here with Spotify on my phone You just went to the store for your dinner. You hate shopping. I don't particularly like clothes shopping. I like art shopping, like for art supplies, and I like food shopping. How weird's that? I love going to the supermarket and buying food. You know, like planning what we're going to eat for the week. How weird's that? But I don't like buying clothes. I hate trying stuff on. I'd rather bring the items home, try them on at home, and if they don't fit, take them back. You know, I don't even like shopping on my own anymore because I've had Isabel for like 3 years attached to my hip. I don't like shopping on my own now. I get nervous. Oh no, I love Amazon. But as you can see, I've been quite good lately. I've not splashed out really. These boots are an exception, they're my new ones anyway. Yeah, but it's a good pain though, Debbie. It's a good pain because you've done exercise. You know what? She's not too bad, to be fair, Isabel. She's happy if Lewis is with us because he'll take her zooming up and down the aisles in a chair. And they'll just go zoom, zoom past us and she'll think it's the funniest thing ever. She whinges if it's just me and her, but still. I don't like doing it on my own. You get used to, don't you, being with them. The only form of exercise I do, Debbie, is taking Isabel to nursery and back, and that's a hill and a half, that, pushing her up that. That's what I justify anyway, as exercise. No, tomorrow, I can understand that. Exercise boo. I remember years and years ago, I used to like riding a bike, and I bought myself one, a brand new bike, and it was white and pink, and it was dead cute, and it had dead nice suspension on it, and I took it out riding, and the next day, I kid you not, I couldn't walk, because of the swelling in my knee. It just, all the liquid had surrounded my kneecap, I couldn't walk, so I soon got rid of that bike. I've probably not been on a bike since, actually, and I used to love doing that. Skinny minnie. Well, I used to be like that way back when. Way back when. I think we all worry about our weight a bit too much when we really shouldn't. We really shouldn't at all. As long as you're feeling healthy, you know what's the problem? A lot of people worry about what other people think, don't they? I've got past the point of being like that now. Holidays, yeah. Right, I don't know what else bits to start. I don't know whether I should chance it with the neo colours on this paper. Is there a blank? There's a blank sheet. There's not a blank sheet at the back. This is just a piece of paper that I keep here for padding. I don't know if there's a blank piece of paper in this, you know, for me to test on. There is in the front. I could use that, you know, to just see what the neo colour 2s would do. I'm not doing that one because that's where I signed it. Right, I'll put that piece of paper in between, and I'm going to test some neo colours out on this, and let's just see how it reacts. If it sucks the water up straight away, there's no way that I'm using that on that image. Whoa, that's brilliant, Victoria. It can be quite stressful, can't it, shopping, to be fair. Right, I'm just going to test one or two colours. We'll test a light colour out. So I've got a lime green. Let's test that one out. And then let's test out a quite dark blue. I just want to see if it's going to do the same thing. I say that all the time when people don't move when I've got the buggy. I think, you know how much this will hurt the back of your ankles if you don't move in a minute. But I don't do it. I don't do it. Right, let me move the book up a bit because I don't think I'm in frame here, just so you can see. Just in case you want to do the same sort of thing. Alright, so I've just got a light lime green. And I've got a navy blue, and it's doing the exact same thing. Can you see that? There's no blending whatsoever being able to do that. I did, yeah, I think they've done that for us, to be fair. I do think they've done that for us. But it's been easier since I've been taking her in a little bit later. Yeah, can you see? Look at this. I'm adding a lot of water there. And it's just... No. It's a no. I'm just going to leave that for a minute before I go back to our page. So I can't use Neo Colour on that page. Well, I know it's not a good thing, but that's a good side effect, really. I mean, if you're wanting to lose weight. My problem is binge eating. It's in the afternoons as well. I can't help myself. Chocolate and crisps and crackers. I love crackers and cheese, like cheese spread. That's my enemy, that. Right, let's get back to this page now. Right, I'm going to tidy my watercolours up. I'm going to do an eye and possibly some of the fruit. I don't want to start a big area on camera and then not finish it. I don't like doing that. Just bear with, you don't have to tidy up. I don't like coming down at morning and, you know, mess me in everywhere. Right, so yes, Daniel. I've got my prisms already open so they can get used. You see this little page that comes with it? That shows you it already coloured. I think it's on watercolour paper that as well. It's pretty thick card anyway. What do we think for eye colour? I'm thinking green. Isn't Walmart? Walmart is part of Asda. There is a big Asda near Manchester, and it says in small letters underneath it, Walmart. Believe it or not. So I think it is the same thing. Or like sister companies, I believe. Actually, it's right near Trafford Centre. Right there. Right, so what sort of green would we like? I'm going to go in with quite a limey green actually. Just thinking. I've got enough hand gel to last me a lifetime. The amount that he brought me back, but to be fair, I do use it every day. No, we've not got Woolworths of it anymore. No. Patty, thank you very much for joining. A good look at the dentist. I hate them places. I don't envy you. Well, thank you very much for being here. You're joking. There's been a case recorded where my mum's sister lives, which is not that close, but it's close enough. Oh, Oh, it's been horrible, hasn't it? Every single day. Every single day, rain. What was it on Thursday, Friday last week? We had rain, hailstorm and sleet all at the same time for a full day. That's the day that I didn't have the hood for the bugger, and she got pee wet free. That's probably why she's got a cold. But it's my fault. No worries, Tammy. No, thank you very much for joining. And I'll see you, well, I'll see everybody when I'm back off my holidays. I'll tell you all about it. But you'll see me in a video, hopefully, if I've got time to film one between now and Friday. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that I can make a little bit of time. Well, I'm just going to finish these eyes and then I am going to call it a night, guys. So I want to get a couple of bits and bobs done before tomorrow morning, and then I'm right for the physio appointment. And then I'm hoping that she sleeps for a couple of hours tomorrow afternoon and I can get some stuff done. That's my hope anyway. Let me zoom you into them eyes because they're really, really, really nice. I think sometimes the camera doesn't justify something. I'm going to add a little bit of white Posca pen, I think. And now that I'm looking back, I'm going to put some stickers on that when we come close to the end. Let me get my fat hand out of the way. Here we go. Here. I'm going to put one here. Here. I just thought you might need a commentary, so I'm saying here every time I put down. And here. And here. Ta-da! I still need to buy some pins to fix that glossy accents. I've still not done it. Right guys, I'm going to have to love you and leave you. So you'll see me hopefully in my next video, but I will speak to you in 2 weeks time. I'll see everyone on Instagram anyway. But thank you everyone for being here tonight. I know it wasn't a super duper long stream, but I've got things to do. Thank you. I will, even though I've got a grumpy teenager with me. I'm going to take the loudest headset I can possible. Nice meeting you too as well, Victoria. Right, I'm going guys, I'm going. I'll keep saying it and then I'll keep chatting. So everybody, thank you very much, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye guys.